Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Dragonflight and our human rogue playthrough. I did get our mount, so we can now mount up on our Black Stallion, just using a basic mount. I have some other mounts, but I like to keep the mount kind of plain looking while we're leveling up. Let's see, picking things right back up where we left off, we need to come over here and work on stolen rams recovered, and we need the Fang of Vagash. So let's head back out that way. Hope you guys are all doing well today, and thank you so much for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the tips and thoughts about the rogue class. I really do appreciate those as well. It's very helpful to hear your guys' perspective and thoughts on the class, those of you who have played it. It does seem like, from what you guys have said, that I'll want to go combat while leveling up, or sorry, outlaw while leveling up, but that maybe I would like assassination at endgame, so I'll be looking into that. Probably going to read a few guides just to kind of wrap my head around how the different specs work that we're not leveling up as. I always find it hard on DPS classes to level up as one spec, but then at the end of the game just to switch specs entirely and learn a whole new spec just at endgame. I always find that a little bit jarring, so I think if I start reading guides now and I just kind of keep up on my research throughout the playthrough, maybe I'll be ready to try out assassination by the time we are max. Well, it looks like Vagash has been killed recently. He's not anywhere to be seen. Well, there he is. He's just hanging out over here, staring off into space.
Hi. Off with you. Keep your feet on the ground.
Well, I did update all of our add-ons today. Next time we're back at an inn, I will log out really quick and turn immersion back on so we can get immersion going. You guys can see that. Much easier for me to read any of the quest if we have immersion working. So, looks like all the add-ons were updated and should be working today for both classic and retail. I don't know why I'm running. It's going to take me a minute to remind myself that we can mount up at level 10. There might be some unnecessary sprinting. Ah, that is a little weird. Okay, so here are the stolen rams. Are we using an item to recover them? You'll need to get fairly close to them and give them a sharp whistle. Are we doing a slash whistle? Is that what we're... We are doing slash whistle. That's good to know. And then they're going to follow us. Oh no, they don't follow us. They simply disappear into thin air. I would actually prefer it that way. It's absolutely fine. I guess I should be trying to use Shiv on cooldown. Attack with your offhand, dealing 14 physical damage, dispelling all enrage effects, and applying a concentrated form of your crippling poison. Whoa. Just one-shot that guy. Okay. So, we're gonna whistle at the free roaming rams. I could just copy that and paste it. Well, that was rude. We were running away just fine without the nets. Alright, there we go. That's all of the rams we need to rescue. We have a rare here, Bajarn. Bajarn dropped some mail gear with lots of stats on it. Once we get this character into Dragonflight content, we're going to go leatherworking and skinning.
Hi. See you soon.
Alright, so what are we doing next? We have a quest here to pick up somewhere. Here we go. This guy has a quest for us now.
What can I do for you?
Thank you again for all of your help here, Rambles. I have a cousin who used to work in the mines beneath Galar Quarry, but he hasn't been able to work since the Trogs flooded into the mines and took control. The quarry and its camp are just to the southeast of the ranch. Would you be willing to check in with the foreman there and see if there's anything to be done?
See you soon.
Sure. Let's go ahead and we'll just take the 20 seconds to get immersion turned back on so it's a little bit easier for me to read some of these. Alright, that'll be better. That will be better for everybody. Oh. Maybe everything isn't fixed. What have I done? I think this is a setting with the extra fade part of immersion. I will disable the extra fade and leave the core component enabled, and that should... I like the compass. It's a little weird and unnecessary, but it's cute anyway. I don't know what happened to the rest of our UI. I think the extra fade devoured it. Let's not do the immersion UI or the extra fade. Okay. Here we go, fingers crossed. That looks better, yeah. Oh, there's actually a flight point over here. That's hilarious. They definitely inserted a lot of flight points in Cataclysm. I don't mind that. I don't mind the flight points.
What's on your mind?
Here is immersion, so it takes the basic quest box and it turns it into this, which is a lot easier to read. It's broken up in a manner that is also easier to absorb. As a member of the Senate and the Explorers League, I've taken it upon myself to investigate conditions at the quarry. The Trogs have run wild. They made a mess of the Galar Quarry. As we dug deep into the earth, they poured out, destroying our equipment and trapping many of the miners below ground. We have to get them out of there. I've had mages working overtime to enchant these runes of return. If you can get them to the trapped miners, they can return to the surface safely.
Safe travels.
Where are your mages that have been working so hard? I'd like to see the mages. Are these them? No, these are injured miners. I don't see a single mage. Do you guys? He said he's had the mage working overtime. There's no mages.
You got
They would have to be gnomes too, right? Or humans. They couldn't be dwarves. And we need to recover 8 frozen artifacts while we are about it.
Hi. Watch your back. See you soon.
Those light-blasted trogs ruining my worksite into a wreck. Look at that. There goes another barrel of powder. I wish I could go down there and wring every one of their scrawny little necks.
Safe travels.
Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna do that for you. Perfect.
How are ya? What can I do for ya?
Oh, I like that we can just hover over them now. I think this was a Dragonflight change. We don't have to click them and then use the item. If we hover over them, it now shows the icon of the item. And then we just click them, so we know what item we're using, and we don't have to search it out, and we don't have to click it over here. It's actually a really good change. Big quality of life.
Talk to me. You got my attention? Here there.
Half of these guys are asleep. I don't know why some of these miners didn't try to jump them or get out.
Interest ya in a pint?
I like when we can still use the item to do the good thing even after the quest objective is done. It feels bad walking right past a guy that you could free and then not freeing him.
What's on your mind? Talk to me.
That being said, though, we can't free everybody, so let's get out of here. We need one more skull thumper. I'm sure we'll find one. Probably just somewhere on the outside.
What's on your mind?
You guys.
You got my attention. Interest you on a pint?
They don't stay gone for very long, do they?
What's on your mind? What can I do for you?
Yeah, gear is good. Gear with stats is good. Let's take the agility, stamina, pants.
Off with you.
100 quests complete. Okay. There we go.
Great to meet you.
There is level 11. It doesn't look like we learned any new spells that level.
Hi. Watch your back.
And we got some boots.
See you soon.
Okay, we also opened up another quest here.
How are ya?
You've been a great help in securing the mines and rescuing the trapped miners. The Senate will be heartened to hear that you and Captain Theron's mountaineers have made progress in securing Dunmorrow. What worries me is that I haven't seen any reports from Sergeant Barham and his detachment. They were sent east along the road toward Helms Bed Lake and ordered to set up a small outpost. Would you go to Barham's post and check in on the sergeant?
Watch your back.
Okay, I don't know that I've ever done these quests. I'm really enjoying this zone because I don't really think I've done a playthrough of this since the Cataclysm happened. Some of it is obviously familiar from Classic, but a lot of it is not. We haven't done many playthroughs in Classic that have taken us through Dunmorrow either. Because I really haven't played Dwarves or Gnomes. We should check out our talent point. Isn't that great to be able to say we should check our talent points in retail? We could do Opportunity. Sinister Strike has a 35% chance to hit an additional time at making your next pistol shot half cost. We don't have pistol shot yet. Let's take Blade Flurry. And we'll put that out on our bar. So Blade Flurry strikes up to 5 nearby targets for 22 physical damage and causes your single target attacks to also strike up to 4 additional targets for 50% of normal damage for 10 seconds. So that'll let us pull a few guys at a time if we want. It's our first little bit of AoE.
Well met.
Let's see, the elements are in Turmoil Rogue. The Cataclysm stirred up the long dormant water spirits of Helms Bed Lake just to the south. They are angry, confused, and unwilling to hear my pleas. I have tried everything I know to calm them, to persuade them to stop lashing out and attacking the Sergeant's mountaineers. It pains me to say this, but no other options remain. We must kill the elementals.
Keep your feet on the ground. What's on your mind? Be good. Great to meet you.
Kurgorn tells me that the Cataclysm upset the balance of the elements all over the world. Helmsbed Lake to the south used to be beautiful and tranquil, but it is now overrun with agitated water elementals. When they started to leave the confines of the lake, I sent my troops in to keep them busy, but most have been frozen in blocks of ice. If we can break them free, they have a good chance of recovering. I cannot spare the men for a second expedition out onto the lake. Would you be willing to try?
Safe travel.
I would. Let's see if we can round a few of these guys up and how we do with a little bit of AoE. I don't want to go like overboard, you know. I mean, yeah, these guys seem so weak that it seems like it wouldn't take a lot to put them down anyway. We're gonna eat a little bit of food. It's so weird to be in retail and eating food. I actually really like this. This feels like a real video game that I'm playing. And guys, look, how many times throughout Classic, guys, how many times throughout our Classic playthrough on the Rogue have I said, I wish Blade Flurry were on a 30-second cooldown. Blade Flurry really needs to be on a 30-second... How many times did I say that? Probably about 1,000,000 times when talking about the lack of any kind of pull-to-pull AoE on the Rogue in Classic. I always just said that Blade Flurry being on a 30-minute timer would have been a pretty easy solve for that. Alright, that is both of those quests completed. Let's go get them turned in. I'm very curious to find out what the slash played is going to be on this character. I'm curious from 1 to 60, and I'm curious for like the total 1 to 70.
Hello.
You've done it. The mountaineers are returning to the camp, and our medics will have their hands full. We are all in your debt.
See you soon. How are you? Safe travels. What can I do for you?
A cadre of Dark Iron spies have taken over Ironband's compound to the south beyond Helmsbed Lake. The mountaineers are normally able to keep them from getting into Dunmorrow, but everything is in disarray right now. The Dark Iron dwarves would be fools if they didn't take advantage of the chaos. We have to find out what they're planning and stop them before they do any damage.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I really like all these quests. These are all really just solid quests to do. Solid early game questing, traditional level up content, dealing with local problems as the result of the cataclysm. Alright, we're going for 5 spies, and we need the Dark Iron attack plans from somewhere here in the compound. We have a poison on us. You cannot stealth when you have poisons on you. You can't do it. I'm gonna pop this heal. We might have to sit and eat, but we could probably fight a few more. Not being able to stay in stealth is pretty impactful here, actually. We can't get that big ambush off. Let's go ahead and eat. Still been looking at options for a way to turn this little health bar down here off. And so far I haven't found... Well, personal hide, health, and power bars. Thank you! Thank you! Okay, I just hadn't... Oh no, we're trapped in the water. I hadn't looked hard enough, I guess. But yeah, I don't need that down there. It's just like another thing to be distracting and... less immersion. Let's also... Oh, I don't want edit mode. Yeah, okay, we have to have edit mode on to shrink this down now. Okay, I see. Okay, can I just save it? Let's just do default. It's fine. I might mess with some of that stuff a little bit. I kind of just like everything where it is. This is kind of the setup that I do anyway when I have to move my stuff around in Classic, so...
How are you? Be good. See you soon.
According to the plans you capture, the Dark Irons are planning a large-scale attack on the Ironforge airfield. The Council has moved most of our forces down into Dunmorrow to deal with the instability brought by the Cataclysm, leaving our defenses weakened at the airfield. We need a way to get you to the airfield quickly. Take the road back west toward Galar and find Mathel Rustwench. He should have a flying machine you can use.
Be good.
Okay. I could probably just, like, run to the airfield, but... Let's go 1,000 yards in this direction. Somewhere. Maybe back here? I don't think that's gonna get us there. I think we're looking for something else. I don't suppose I'm just, like, going into the mountains. No, this is definitely not gonna yield an actual result. I think we have to go, like, around the long way, essentially. Past the ranch, maybe. I just really don't see... Maybe there's a road here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if I read the quest again, maybe that would tell me. Take the road back west. Okay, back west. And find Mathel. Is he talking about the Flight Master here? At Galar Quarry? Is this what he's talking about?
You got my attention?
No. No, that's not what he's talking... Wait, what is this? Here we go, Mathel's flying machine. Oh boy, they didn't mark this at all. They marked the ultimate objective, but they don't mark this, so you have to just think about it, I guess. I thought about it, but I thought the wrong thing. We got close enough to find it, though. I don't know if I would put my life on the line piloting something like this above the ground. I might if I was like 10 feet above the ground. Maybe I'd be okay with it. If I was within bailout height, maybe I would try it. But I'm not flying it up here. Alright. Welcome to the Iron Forge Airfield. Just did not exist pre-Cataclysm. I don't believe.
You got my attention.
Thank goodness you're here, Rambles. The airfield's been attacked by the Dark Irons, and I don't think we can hold out much longer.
Off with you.
The Dark Iron attack took us by surprise. Their saboteurs managed to damage most of our aircraft, steam tanks, and supplies. We were only able to get a few of our bombers airborne. Every technician, recruit, and guard I can spare is scrambling to get the others repaired and flight ready. Our infantry can only hold out for so long.
Safe travels.
So we're putting out fires. We're literally just putting out fires. This one, it looks like we are going to have to click. And that did not do anything. There we go. I like the guard just standing right in front of the fire, not seeming to care or be aware of anything bad happening. Same thing with these guys who were just kind of warming themselves by the fire. The whole place is burning down and no one is scrambling to do anything. It's a little bit weird. Maybe put the NPCs in motion, make them run around a little crazily. I like how for the objective we don't have to put out all the fires. Just a few of them. Just a few. We could easily just put out the rest of the jets, but we'll let the other ones burn.
Great to meet you. Off with you.
While our engineers work on getting the bombers ready to fly again, our guards and mountaineers continue to fight the invaders. They've been out there since the incursion began without so much as a chance to catch some sleep or have a meal. Ironforge's defenders are among the best on Azeroth, but they have limits. Take these banners and plant them in the banks of loose snow. Remind the men that they are fighting what they are fighting for and keep their morale high.
Watch your back.
Alright. They haven't asked us to kill anybody yet. I haven't seen anybody to kill yet. Here's some combat. We're looking for mounds of high snow, like this one. Okay, I don't see many, but they are kind of small and kind of hard to see from a distance. It is glowing, to be fair. It looks like they're going to be around groups of combatants. That's what it looks like. Again, with these guys just doing nothing over here.
What's on your mind?
My chief engineer tells me that he's managed to get one of the bombers repaired and airworthy. Take these bombs with you and look for the repaired bomber at the start of the runway. Once you're airborne, use the bombs to do as much damage to the attacking Dark Iron Dwarves as you can. I've heard rumors that they're preparing to deploy a new kind of war golem. Keep your eyes peeled for those golems and make them your highest priority targets.
See you soon.
Okay. He said the one at the end of the airfield. So, closest or furthest? So far seeing nothing that I can get into. This one is on fire. You can't use that here. Can I use it out here even without the bomber? That's the real question. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so. Take these bombs with you. Look for the repaired bomber at the start of the runway. I read end.
Need assistance?
I mean... There's obviously something I'm just missing here, right? Oh, it's way back here at the start of the runway. Not just in the airfield. Okay, we figured it out. It only took way too long. Do I have control of this? I don't think so. I think we are just on a bombing run, so let's zoom out a little bit. There's the golems. Oh, we don't have a separate objectives for the golems. He just told us to make them a priority target, but we don't even, it's not even broken out from the others. Zero consequence as to who we actually take out. I wish that when you hit this button here, it would just send you back. I don't have any other way of ejecting out of this. And we definitely don't need all this time. I thought these were kind of built in so that it would acknowledge when you completed the quest. We got pistol shot, I noticed. I guess we hit level 12. Draw a concealed pistol and fire a quick shot at an enemy, dealing 22 physical damage and reducing movement speed by 30% for 6 seconds. No. I don't think I need this. It awards a combo point. We could do it at range, and like we could pull with it. I'd rather stealth. I don't really know how I feel about pistol shot. Doesn't really seem like it's necessary. It does seem like another button to hit. I don't really need another button to hit unless it's going to be like unique or useful.
How are ya? Safe travels.
With you leading the way, we've finally broken the momentum of the Dark Iron attack. General Grimax, the Dark Iron leader, is attempting to rally his troops from the center of their lines on the frozen lake to the south. He stands atop one of their new Dark Iron golems, shouting orders to his men. If he succeeds in rallying them, they may still be able to overpower us. You must prevent that, Rambles. Destroy the golem guarding him and then kill General Grimax himself.
See you soon.
I knew we'd get to the killing eventually. I have to remind myself that, like, we can't run around and do our talents anymore like I'm kind of used to doing from Classic. We need to be stationary. Can't see the screen. Looking back over here, let's grab Evasion. I actually want that somewhere. Let's do that. There we go. Evasion is going to increase our dodge chance by 100% for 10 seconds. So we're just going to be avoiding attacks for 10 seconds. If we pull a bunch of guys, we pop this and Blade Flurry, and we can take them all out without taking a ton of damage ourselves. It was a pretty long run just to fight one guy. I noticed we don't have poisons on. You know, we kill things so fast. We still kill things too fast in retail, I think. I wish they would buff the enemy's health bars a little bit. Not necessarily how much damage. Maybe, yeah, maybe just an all-around buff to the enemies would be good.
Aye.
We can grab Agility Stam or Agility Stam. It's funny because back in time, one of these had Int on it, and one of them had Agility on it. And how the main pieces of gear work now is that they will pick their main stat based on your spec. So if I were a druid, I would wear this as a cat and it would be Agility Stam. If I was wearing it as a druid and I switched specs to Moonkin, it would be Stamina Int. So then you end up in this situation where there's two pieces of gear and they have the same stats on it for you. And then you just gotta decide what look you want. Do we want the darker? We don't want to match too much. Let's take a darker top. But guys, please don't look at these pieces of gear because people have done this to me before. Don't look at the pieces of gear when they're in our bags and see the intellect grayed out. Don't ask me why I'm equipping intellect gear, okay? I know it sounds silly, but people have done this to me before. They see the gray intellect, but I think like on some screens you can't see that it's grayed out, so it just looks like a piece of gear with agility, stam, and int. And people have asked me like, why are you equipping intellect gear? I'm not. Look, when it's on us, it has the agility only. Okay, good. We've got that. We've said it. We've had the conversation. We don't have to have it again. I just get the comment every time I play retail. Okay. We gotta go to Ironforge, it looks like. Stormpike's delivery is somewhere else. Do we just hearth back and fly? I think so. I'm actually kind of surprised there's not a flight point here. It's an airstrip, and they don't have a flight point. You tell me. I don't know. Is something wrong with that picture? Possibly.
How are you? What's your back? you there.
Let's see, reinforcements for Loch Modan. Yeah, I think we will go to Loch Modan next, actually. I've been waiting for the council to hear my plea for hours, and it's not looking good. Moira's greatest desire seems to be to paralyze the council. Meanwhile, Loch Modan suffers. Our enemies are many, and our resources are few. Please, Rambles, perhaps you will hear me if the council will not. Speak to Girth Thurden, Ironforge's Griffin Master. So yeah, they want to fly us over to Southgate Pass. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. That seems okay. Like, I mean, we could level this anyway, right? Oh, you know what I have to do though, and I have to do it soon. I gotta talk to Chromie and make sure that we actually get into Chromie time. Yeah, I need to do that probably today. I'll get that done. But yeah, we can go into Loch Modan for a bit. We might not stay there. We could go anywhere we want and quest. We could just do the path from Loch Modan to the wetlands to around the highlands and just kind of follow that. That would be a fine way to go. That being said, we don't have to do that. I do want to stay in the old world, whatever we do. It's kind of like the main thing that I want to do. But yeah, we'll see.
Let's get down to business.
Let me know, guys,
then.
if there are any like specific zones that you think are really interesting with really interesting stories that maybe we could do. Because like I said, we're doing Chromie time. We're going to do the whole 1 to 60 in the old world, so we can do whatever zones we want.
You may take your leave.
Moira takes the report, and the color drains from her face as she reads it. This is impossible.
May the Black Anvil watch over you.
The ambassador's betrayal will long haunt me. You must arrest him before he can do further harm, or worse, before he can escape and start planning the next attack. Ironforge is not safe with Ambassador Slaghammer free inside the city. Take these manacles and go to the Dark Iron Embassy just to the north of the High Seat around the rim of the Great Forge. Arrest Ambassador Slaghammer and return with him.
I dismiss you.
We are going to do this. I have no idea what's going on with this, but we are going to arrest the traitor. Click. I go willingly, Rogue. My purpose and my master's plan is fulfilled. Oh, that's good to know. I'm surprised like assassins don't come and kill this guy before we bring him in for questioning. I'll keep my eye on him back there, make sure nothing happens to him. If we were in Shadowforge City, I would have tossed you into the Ring of Law for your transgressions, Ambassador. The darkest dungeon of Ironforge will have to do for now. Do as you wish with me. I'm not afraid. That half-breed runt will never... Something dark side. The half-breed runt will never be my emperor. Long live the Twilight Hammer. Okay. Twilight Hammer.
The mountain lends us its strength.
The ambassador will trouble us no more. He is not the only Dark Iron Dwarf whose heart still belongs to the Twilight's hammer. We must remember that and remain vigilant against their schemes, else my son will inherit only ruins and ashes. We don't really need the weapons, because, well, we got the heirlooms until level 29.
The Dark Irons will claim the rightful place in this.
Well met. Safe.
And off to Loch Modan we go.
got my attention. Watch your back.
You don't know how glad I am to see fresh faces from Ironforge. Perhaps sending Mountaineer Barley Brew wasn't a waste after all.
Be good.
My friend and fellow siege engine pilot Maury Hilldelve is lost in the hills. We were looking for a rare ore that's needed for a high-grade blasting powder. And during our search, he drove his engine up a steep hill and busted it. Still convinced that the ore was in these mountains, Hilldelve charged me to guard our engines while he continued on foot.
Off with you.
Yeah, I mean, we remember what happened to this guy, right? He didn't make it. Let's go find his body. And here is the one that did him in. Okay, we have Kidney Shot, which is a stun we could apply. So if we just wanted to do a combo point, we could, if we weren't stunned, we could apply a stun. And the amount of combo points we use determines how long the stun is. That's good to know. It seems like more of a PvP thing than something that we're going to use regularly.
Talk to me. Be good. Watch your back. Off with you.
Alright, we are going onward into Loch Modan, into the Valley of Kings.
What's on your mind? Keep your feet on the ground.
Let's see, we need to protect the Loch. With so many of the King's soldiers fighting valiantly on remote battlefields, we become overwhelmed on the home front. So yeah, we have lots of Trog killing to do, essentially.
Be good.
Lots of Trog killing to do. These quests seem like they're still basically the same from Classic. I don't think you do as many of them in Retail. In Classic, they send you back and forth quite a few times. Yeah, I mean, you could pull with the pistol shot and you can just like rack up combo points as they run at you. Maybe that's what an outlaw rogue does as opposed to using stealth. Maybe it's a nice way to stack up combo points. It'd also be a fair way to pull multiple enemies to us if we wanted to do a little bit of AoE. Yeah, that's very similar to exactly what we would do in retail. And we actually ended probably with less health than we would have had in retail if we'd have popped evasion and everything. Interesting. Look how long it stacks slice and dice for. Like, we get so long on slice and dice. They clearly have rescaled it so that it lasts through multiple pulls. Alright, those are actually all done. I'm actually surprised with all the added flight points that there's not a flight point down here that can connect us up to Thelsamar. We did do these zones on the Paladin though, so maybe I should go somewhere else. Maybe I'm just going to go somewhere random for the next episode, and then you guys can let me know what you'd like to see beyond that. I'll take suggestions and kind of pick one that seems somewhere we could get to, somewhere I'd like to go. Because yeah, I feel like we definitely did these, didn't we?
Keep your feet on the ground. See you soon. Keep your feet on the ground. How are you? Safe travels.
Let's go finish these ones off. And then I'm going to think about where else I would like to go. I think I'll try to find like a zone that we hardly ever do in Classic. A zone that maybe I haven't done for a long time anywhere. Thinking about like random places. Things like Blasted Lands. Swamp of Sorrows could be a good one. The Hinterlands. Oh, we are definitely supposed to be looking for the cave entrance. Not this cave entrance. The document bears the Explorers League. Ah, the 6 Explorers Leagues. Yeah, I remember the 6 Explorer League documents. So, there is a different cave. We need to find the actual cave entrance down here somewhere. Here we go. Strangely, no music in the cave, just ambient noise. I am not actually sure exactly. Maybe this is just up here. Yeah, maybe we just need to keep rounding this. Alright, so we're just looking for one more shaman and a couple more bone snappers, which we can get on the way out, assuming that I know the way out, which is assuming a lot at this point. We'll see if we can find it. This probably is not the way. This looks like a total dead end. I am very bad at cave navigation, in fact. Especially when there are multiple ways that one can go. We cannot go this way. We got lockpick. That's nice. I don't think we need the icon out on our bar to do that. Pretty sure this is our way out. Looks promising. It is promising, but we didn't kill any of the other guys we needed. We didn't get a single other guy we needed. Kind of hoping we would get respawns out here, but that was not the case. We need a shaman. And we need a bone snapper.
No. Be good. Safe travels. Great to meet you.
We got a belt, which is the same belt with one more stamina. That's fine. And one more stamina here. Just small upgrades. Let's make sure we get them all equipped. And yeah, that should be good. Guys, I'm going to take a break here and I'm going to think about where I want us to go next. I want it to be somewhere that I haven't been recently. We could even do some of the actual Cataclysm zones. Like once we do the time walking, we could do like Twilight Highlands. I don't remember what that looks like at all. We could just do some stuff like Badlands. I'm interested in checking out the Blasted Lands actually. How we would get down there, I guess we just go through Duskwood, right? So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm going to take us somewhere different, and we are going to go from there. I'm having a lot of fun on the class. Speaking of the class, let's go ahead and take a look here really quick. Increases the non-damage effects of your poisons. Numbing poison or atrophic poison. Coat your weapon with non-lethal poison, lasts for 1 hour. Each strike has a 30% chance of poisoning the enemy, reducing their damage. That would probably be okay. Feint would be okay. Sap would probably be essential. Let's grab Sap just so we have it. Movement speed increase. That's a cool flat passive. Opportunity. Sinister Strike has a 35% chance to hit additional time. We have to do that. Making your next pistol shot. So that'll proc a pistol shot thing that we'll fire off. Okay, let's grab that. And yeah, we will break here for today, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate the support. If you are having fun with the series, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. Both of those things would really help me out, and I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.